Hey guys, Group on my back. I'm Rick.
Eric.
Aaron.
I'm Calvin.
You're here with Neon Genesis Evangelion. Where last time on, we visited a grave.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We had a meeting with Dad.
A grave meeting.
It was a grave meeting.
Was. And Misato had a bit of a grave meeting with Kaji as well.
Yes, she did. Had a fun night out. Got home late, and then later reveals some secrets, right?
Reveals the fact that secrets are being kept from her, and that she
Yes.
should not trust them because of that.
Mm-hmm.
There was also a weird line where Shinji, right,
Shinji is the main character.
said to Rei that it felt like how a mother would wring out a cloth,
That did seem strange.
which just seemed weird.
And Ray was also in a big mechanical brain. Connected?
Connected to the ring?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Rot messaged me about this one. So the original 16mm master of this episode was lost.
Oh, no.
So when they remastered it in 2003, this is from a degraded 35mm
Gotcha.
Okay.
of it. So
Yeah,
might not be as crisp.
Okay.
So is it that Eva itself escaped from the dimension shadow?
It seems like it. Because,
Everything was running out of power.
well,
Did the
at times before, whenever Shinji has lost consciousness and stuff has happened, the Eva that he was quote-unquote piloting has screamed.
Yeah, we saw that with the first angel battle, kind of.
And we haven't seen it scream any other time.
his mom's ghost control it?
Ghost?
His mom's ghost seemed to come out and hug him.
Like Ghost is in Ghost in the Machine? Or Ghost is in like...
A fucking ghost came up and hugged
Soul.
him. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I think
I don't know
his
what.
dad...
He's inside the mechanical goo that they sit in to communicate to the things, and I don't know what if it's in a machine.
It seems like his dad sacrificed
it's-
to mom to put her soul inside that big robot.
I mean, it would make sense that you would use the mothers of the pilots because the mothers have already had the pilots in them.
And they are sitting in like liquid, like a placenta.
Yeah, I get
They
what you
pilot
mean.
them.
And why does the husband control it?
Huh? Oh. Son of a bitch. I was like, Aaron, you fuck. Oh.
Yeah, we did very much have a birth here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
And a baptism
Yeah.
after that, too.
The sickness unto death, and then
Yeah, so the names of these episodes. So the sickness unto death, and then I believe that is the name of a book from a Danish philosopher named Soren Kierkegaard. It's Danish. I don't know how to say it.
That sounds like a very Danish name.
But he's one of the fathers of existentialism. Basically, free will.
Eric doesn't believe in that.
Or I never had a choice to begin with. No.
But he was also a Protestant as well. So, from what I understand, in his mind, like there was a God. God created man in the universe. But when God creates something, he doesn't create it with a purpose in mind. It's up to that thing to find its purpose. It's kind of, I think, his philosophy.
Yeah.
And then the other title,
Closer to deism and theism.
Splitting of the Breast, which is a concept from Melanie Klein, I think. And her idea about that is when you're a baby, you see the breast as both a thing of good and a thing of evil, whereas it's a nourishing thing, right? And so when it's providing you with something, it's a thing of good, but it's also something that's taken away from you.
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
That's all food.
Well,
All
but,
food is great, and then it's gone, and it's taken away, and I don't have it anymore.
but when you're inside the mother, like you always have access to that nutrition, right? Like it's not something that is taken away from you until you're born.
Sure. And I mean, your neural pathways are being forged, especially so early in development after birth, that like, yeah, that's going to be a important focus for a young cognitive developing mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, yeah, the excitement of having or possessing something, inevitably you have the fear of losing that thing. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which translates to like everything. I love the design of this angel.
I know.
Not even its design, it's
The concept.
it's absurdity.
The concept's cool.
Yeah,
The
the
design is just
concept.
a stripy ball. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
like-
well,
Which is the shadow.
yeah. Yeah, the ball is
It's like
the
a
shadow.
it's like a fifth dimensional shadow.
yeah.
That like appears as a sphere, but maybe that's all we can comprehend, us in the third dimension. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's like a tesseract.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a 3-dimensional representation of a 4th-dimensional shape.
Which, you know, didn't really seem to attack this time. Like it seemed
It just
it seemed to want to engage with Shinji.
Engage. I thought it was just like it was protecting itself or something.
Protecting itself.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it didn't like eat it and kill it. Like when he took Shinji, it put him in his ball. I don't know.
Like, what do you think happened to Shinji there? Like, what do you think that vision was? Do you think that was him, like...
Going crazy
Going
alone
crazy?
for 16 hours? I don't know. Like, well, I assume some of it must just be real, right? Like, why have the, under suspicion for killing his wife aspect in there if it's not like him having memories from his past, and he's just like in this weird, isolated, reflective, crazed state.
I thought it was like the two, I don't know what you'd call them, but the psyches of Shinji and the Eva, like
talking to himself.
meeting. Yeah, kind of.
But then why is it also Shinji?
It was a younger Shinji.
It's like the talking about the Shinji that is in everyone else that he's afraid of. Like it felt like that was the Shinji that was in his mom that he was talking to and he was confronting and was confronting him.
He was speaking to the observer part of consciousness, right? Like the part of you that goes like, man, what are you doing? Like that type of thing, right? When it's like you're creating a separate point of view to try to find objectivity in what you yourself are doing. It's kind of how it read to me.
So, like, the superego.
Yeah, a little bit. It's just the mystery of the Evas and what all this means is like, there's just, like, I feel like I have theories, but they're so wild and depending on what the Evas are.
Well, like, why would Rei and Shinji never forgive them if they discovered the secret? Like, what's that about?
Yeah. And they didn't say that for Asuka, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It just said Rei and Shinji. Like she said them together.
Well, there was also some kind of weird closeness of them and their Evas, right? Like the way the waves go.
Yeah.
Like that's why they try to put Shinji into 0-0.
Yeah, they can sink in each other's somewhat.
So are they like half siblings or something?
Or that's his mom, and that's why she looks like she's, I don't know.
What's his name?
You're ringing out Rei.
Ray,
is
we
it?
talked last episode.
Like,
Like,
why-
what
why
if that's
is-
like a clone of his?
Why is
mother that's
the
young or
wringing
something?
out of the cloth reminiscent of a mother wringing out a cloth? I'm like, how many ways is it a ring on a cloth? I guess you're just like not
many-
good at it, so it's like, well, clearly you're not a mom,
Yes,
because you did it real shit.
But like,
You
how many
know?
ways is there to open a package? And like, you can just look at me opening a package and not see my face, and you'll be like, "That's Rick opening a package."
Sure,
I can
but
look at a package and know that it was you.
but would I look at that and be like, you open it like a dad? Like, why is it?
Open it like an animal.
It wasn't like you ringed it out like my mom did. It was like you
Yeah.
ring it out like a mother would or something like that. It was like
Yeah.
what he
But
said.
and Shinji did say last episode, like, he doesn't remember his mom. He doesn't remember what she looks like. He doesn't.
But apparently his dad was accused of killing her.
That's what's implied here. Yes, that he was accused of it.
Under suspicion for killing his own wife.
But they also visit her grave once a year.
Which,
And it
Shinji
goes
seems
visit
to
Shinji.
dispute because he said, like, well, she was smiling back then. Which also goes against him saying he can't remember anything.
what's happening, but I think it's Gendo's fault. I'll just go there. That's how I default to things now.
I don't know, but Shinji just breaks my heart.
I know. This is the first episode too where he's like, actually, I like being good at a thing. This is nice. I think I can be better at it. I'm gonna, and he got that confidence, and
It's such
he
a
fell into a different dimension.
wonderfully childish thing of like, what's wrong with finding something you like and doing it all the time?
All right.
And like, why do you have to have sorrow and suffering? Like, why can't you just be in paradise? Maybe the show will tell us.
Maybe it won't. Maybe it doesn't mean to.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's trying to understand the will of God. Maybe he can't.
And Shinji just, any bit of praise, he just holds on to. Like,
Yeah, I know, because he's been deprived of it from his parental figure. Now, he did get that one. The one time his dad was like, "Hey, good job." He's never stopped thinking about it.
yeah.
It's like the one thing he's had that he can hold on to from like his father. Or
I mean,
something.
and it's the thing that he's like, "I'm good at this," and I can, like.
And
There's
the other-
also him like talking to himself, being like, "You chose to run away, right?" There's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to like it's dad's fault, then it's your fault. Like.
It's like he felt guilty for running
Yeah.
away.
I mean, which I don't know exactly all the things that happen between them, but I mean, it is a common thing that like therapists will talk to people being like, "Look, it is not your fault, but you're not hard-coded to think that way. Like as a kid, you're going to blame yourself for things that are not your fault. And you can't. It's so hard to give that stuff up.
What's he blaming himself for?
I don't know.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, I'm assuming he was blaming himself for the distance between his dad. I don't know all the details,
Yeah.
so trying to fill them in.
I didn't know if you were like
Blaming himself
related
for
to the
the
mom,
distance.
but like he doesn't remember the mom, so I'm like, I don't know if that works.
I
And,
feel
Well,
like Shinji
and-
is partially like internalizing his perceived guilt. Like his dad treats him, not like a loving father would. So
I mean, his dad is this respected great man. So Shinji's going to internalize being like this respected great man must have a reason for doing this, and maybe that reason's me.
Yeah.
It's my fault.
And who knows?
because you can't see like outwardly any other reason, right?
And who knows what happened, like when the mom died.
Yeah.
Like they're both grieving, and like you see that a lot where like the living child and parents' relationship will get strained because they both can't be what the other one needs because that thing is gone, and so like there's sort of nothing to fill that void, and they can just be struggling and falling apart.
Like they never themselves had a dynamic of father and son, so without the glue to hold that together, they just fell apart. Maybe Misato's not struggle, but her seemingly contradictory ways that she's thinking about her feelings for Shinji were quite enjoyable. This
Yeah,
episode.
and it's different this time, right?
Yeah.
Because before we had her like prioritizing the mission over Shinji,
Yeah,
but this time it seemed different.
It definitely
Now that
seemed
she has
different.
that knowledge of like, maybe you shouldn't be following orders all the time.
is that what the difference is? It's
I think that's
kind
one
a,
of the
a doubt
differences.
in the orders themselves.
Well, sure. Like if you don't have any reason to doubt that what you're doing is for the best of everyone,
The greater good.
Perfect.
why would there be secrets being kept from you?
her faith has been shaken, definitely.
Unless they want you to perform in a way that you would not perform if
Yeah.
you knew that information.
And like, she's shown nothing but dedication and the ability to get the job done. So like, why hold secrets from her unless those secrets are going to change how she feels about you? And was that Gendo's decision or was that Akagi's decision to keep these things from her? And then do you believe Asuka when she says that she pilots for herself? Like,
No.
no?
No.
Yes.
Do you think she's seeking praise from others too?
She's seeking.
I don't know. I mean, she seems a little bit more like, she understands that there's roles in, the system that they're in here, society, relationships, and that she's wanting to, like, fill a role, and she isn't able to do that, so she's frustrated in that way. But I mean,
Sure.
I don't
She
necessarily
has-
blame her for that. All teenagers do that.
I mean, I think that
Sure.
she's really good, but I'm trying to think how many times we've seen her like really be soughting after people
Yeah.
praising her for her skill. You know what I mean?
She definitely shows off, but
Be like seeking praise, you mean?
Yeah, like I don't know
I
if
don't
she's
think
like
she, like-
seeking it. I think like she she knows that she's really good and she takes pride in that, but I don't know if she's doing it so that others do it. I don't think she likes to be last, right?
Sure.
But like,
She's competitive.
yeah, I'm gonna play Smash Brothers against you guys, and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna beat you for me. I'm not gonna beat you so other people go like, "Ha, look, he won. He did a good job," you know? Like, no,
But like
I'm doing it for me.
when she
But
did
isn't that-
when she did the cloak thing with the giant tarp, you know, and it was sweet as hell.
Yeah, who's that for?
Like, I don't know, because there's
I would do that shit for me.
I understand. I would understand like, oh, there's a cute girl over there. I'm gonna try to look cool with my with a cloak and a sword.
But the thing
But
is,
in my head,
you're-
I'm going like, I just want to play with a cloak and a sword because it's fucking sweet.
And an
you're
axe.
doing a cool
And an
thing
axe,
knowing
yeah.
that it looks cool, but you yourself cannot enjoy how cool it looks because you are not observing yourself.
But you can enjoy how it feels.
Yeah, I can suck and
But
spit you out and kill you, and no one's enjoying it but me, baby.
But the fact that you know that it's enjoyable to feel is because someone observed it and told you that it was cool, right?
Well, I could like watch a show or an anime or something and like see a character do something and be like, man, that's awesome. And then I replicate that for me because of how it made me feel.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's trying to achieve the feeling in others that character achieved in you.
Is it? No, it's just me doing it for me, baby.
I get what you mean, and I think that I don't know.
There's a certain jealousy and
you're doing
greed.
You could do it for your observer.
Yeah. Calvin, why do you wear that hat? Do
It's
you do it so that I'm like, that's a nice hat, Calvin?
lots
You
of
would say
reasons.
that?
I wear it for me. I wear it for other people.
Who do you wear it for? Like, what other people? You know, like
Anyone who sees
like,
it.
I don't think you're wearing like, I hope someone says that hat's a great hat. I think you wear it
lots of people
because you
do.
like it and you think it's cool. And,
I do.
You know, whatever.
It's
Yeah.
like-
I put
I-
a lot of effort into this for you. I hope you appreciate that.
For me.
For you.
Like it's a sharing of a part of what I am to other people so that they can.
And a part of what she is this cool ass cloak robot.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like-
me, baby. That's what it is.
I mean, that's how people see her. They see value in.
Like, do you think that she wanted someone to come like, dude, you look so cool with that tarp like a cloak. That was sweet. You should do that more. And she ain't never done it again.
She's
like
never had a big enough tarp.
I'll throw a Kamehameha on the playground, but I'll also do it in the bathtub.
Yep.
In the bathtub.
Man,
You gotta do it in the bathtub because then you got like the water moving.
in the pool.
a big bath.
In the pool.
Yeah, in the pool.
Just-
Or
In the
no,
in the
dude,
bathroom.
in the ocean when you're looking towards the beach and you and the whole wave goes towards it. That's when you do it. That's the best.
Yeah, but then it
part.
gets you too.
In the bedroom.
Hey man, true masters.
Kamehameha is different in the bedroom.
Yeah, water better. Turtle school, baby.
I don't know. This show makes me say that a lot.
I also love just the idea of intropunitive. I'd never heard that before.
Yeah. It's a interesting term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of being like
self-punishment.
introspective. Yeah. Being intropunitive.
Punishing the things that
beat
you see
yourself
about
up.
yourself.
Hey, don't beat yourself up, man.
It's Rock Lee.
If I don't finish this, I'll do
I'm gonna do 100 push-ups.
push-ups.
And when I can't do 100 push-ups, I'll do 500 squats.
is
When I can't do
intropunitive.
500 squats, I'll do a 10-mile run.
Yeah.
And if I can't do that, like he's just
Yeah.
punishing himself. That's all
Well,
he's doing.
it's. I don't know.
No, it's not exactly that.
It's not the
His is
same
a little different, more especially the intro.
He does that
Yeah.
to push himself, whereas intropunitive can be detrimental to
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not.
It's like-
I mean,
for a
I would
that
person's
can also
growth.
be detrimental to himself if it's just like a non-stop pushing of.
That is
and
true.
you
Sure,
gotta
and
have
then
it.
he doesn't recover or
Yeah.
rest or,
Yeah,
or
and-
actually
and
improve.
what happened to him?
Sure.
You know, like he did
I would say
exactly
like Sasuke is probably more intropunitive, where he's like, "Oh, I'm not strong enough. I need to fight harder. I need to punish those who
Yeah.
did it because I wasn't strong enough
I
to
wasn't
defend
strong
my
enough
brother."
to stop this terrible thing from
Yeah.
happening.
I mean, some of that can also go into like a guilt kind of thing, right?
I think that's what
Well, I think Shinji is guilty
Yeah.
about
what
something, or some things.
intropunitive behavior. Intrapunitary behavior.
And yeah, like, you know, he in the past has run away. This time he runs into danger, and that's not the right answer either, seemingly.
What if Shinji's dead?
So right now Shinji is dead?
Shinji's been dead.
Oh, he's been dead.
This is like a clone Shinji
Okay.
to pilot the Eva. And the reason the dad doesn't want to actually have a connection with it, because it's not really his son. His son died. And we've created this thing to pilot this Eva. Because we talk about, like, what's the first children? What's the second children? You know, like, what if, like, they aren't who they think they are, but we said they ran away and now he came back as a story, and that's why the dad's so distant. Like, Eric hates how distant he is,
Yep.
but that's because he's seen his son die,
Yeah.
and he's like, this isn't really my son, so he just can't get that connection. But he doesn't really know Rey, so like he has more of a connection with her. I don't know. This show's weird. I don't know what to think.
I could see that.
But then it makes more sense as to why all that stuff's like
Do you think Shinji was older when he died, or do you think he died at like this age?
damn man, I don't know. This well, we saw a younger Shinji.
We did see
In like
a younger
someone's
Shinji.
memory, whether it was him or his mom or his Ava or I don't know. Whoever saw that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Or it just goes back to our other theory that the first, second, and fourth child, right, are clones of like
Gendo or whatever.
like all of
When
them.
you said that, I don't know. That one seems crazy.
It does seem crazy.
That one's crazy. I like mine.
But
He's dead.
Yours is also crazy. The main character's been dead the whole show, and we're just seeing like, yeah. What is this then? If he's
What is Shinji?
A clone is what you're saying.
Yeah, like however they would have made the same idea of what you're talking about. Instead of it
But,
being
like-
Gendo being created and that's Shinji, whatever Shinji really was, they took that created Shinji, and like this isn't really his son.
so is the clone Shinji trying to realize and find out, discover himself inside of himself, because he never really has had the experiences that.
He has like weird memories, but that's why he doesn't know who his mom is.
So it's like a
That's why-
replicant.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
Kind of like that.
It does feel.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like, what? There's something with the mom. There was a mom ghost, so maybe there really is. I don't know what that ghost was. Maybe it wasn't even. Maybe it was just the Ava doing some weird shit, and
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
mom's not anywhere. There's no mom ghost. I don't know.
I saw a mom ghost.
I did too. I don't know what it is. Rick's
Yeah.
talking about ghosts in the machine. Talking about ghosts in the shell. I don't know.
It did look a bit Ava-y in
The
its
ghost did?
proportions when it was like swimming towards him and hugging.
But you can't say that Avas are human shapey anyway.
I know,
You
but
know,
just
like what's
just
the
the
Ava
way it
ghost
was
to
like
a human ghost?
like slim and slender and smooth everywhere, and there was no like.
The mom could have been from Code Geass.
It was
Scout.
very androgynous kind of.
Fucking Kogi ass.
The Code Geass mom.
But yeah, long legs.
Some guys like that.
Eric doesn't. Hates long legs.
Him with daddy long legs, like the spider.
That too.
Oh.
And Kogias.
Oh yeah.
There's a limit to anything that people like. The legs can be too long. Titties can be too big.
No.
Yes, they can.
No.
I've seen them.
No.
You haven't
Those are
seen-
too big.
No.
You haven't seen titties that were too big yet.
When have you seen too big of titties? Wait, have you ever looked at you
my
like,
God.
those are too big?
Yes. Yes.
When? Show me.
Oh my God! Just Google titties that are too big. You'll find them. You'll find them quick.
Say search off. There you go, Aaron.
What? What's it gonna?
Too big, aren't they?
Well, those look like they hurt.
Yep. Your legs can be too long. Titties can be too big.
I mean, they might be too big for them.
Yep.
You want to see the difference of these, Eric?
No.
Subscribe.